So 15 years ago, I got a little tired of working for other people, and I think 30 years ago when I started out in business, I knew I would work for myself someday, and I didn't know what I wanted to be. And I had constantly been told I'm a teacher. So I looked into professional coaching, and the field at the time was very much on the telephone or on the computer. And like you said during your intro, you genuinely like people. So do I. So when I was searching for the thing that I had the natural ability to do, it was professional coaching, but professional organizing as well, because I want to be with people. I want to work with people. And I thought I could teach people what I knew. What I didn't know is they were going to teach me more than I teach them. And I became a catalyst. So what I learned from one client, almost 100% of the time applies down the road to pass on information I learned from someone to another client. So I became a catalyst. So I carry information with me, and when I need it, I am very fortunate to be able to recall it and give it back.
My brain is spinning 1,000,000 miles a minute. My brain is going ping. Remember the road runner? Ping, ping,
Yeah,
ping,
yes.
ping, 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 ping. I have to apologize, ladies and gentlemen who might be listening. Right, I am not organized right now because my brain is all over the place. But let me just ask you this: so, do you actually get on stage with a microphone and speak to an audience as well?
Well, God gave me a microphone at birth, so I usually don't use a microphone. In my largest crowd, I have used a microphone, yes.
Well, when I say microphone, I mean just speaking in front of...
Yes, I speak in the library systems, and I speak at community centers, and I speak to just about any group that invites me that I can, work it into my schedule. Radio is very interesting to me, so it was very nice to get your invitation to be here today. Yes, I speak to crowds, and I speak about particular topics. The top topics are organizing papers and just decluttering in general are what people really want to hear about. And here in the city, it's small spaces. How do I live in this small space and still have a few, pairs of shoes? So I offer solutions to those as well.
So I tell you, my brain is spinning all over the place. So there's a place that people walk by often, sometimes almost every day. They walk by it. But inside of this place is literally a gold mine, gold and diamonds. And people walk past it. They don't go in there to get their gold and diamonds. You know what that place is?
Oh, it's the New York Public Library.
How did you know I was going to say that?
And listen,
the library.
Folks, it's the best use. It's the best way to store your books. Best way. You don't need extra space in your living space. You already pay for it. You keep them there, and if you need one they don't have, they'll get it for you.
I'm not wanting to give up my secrets. It's not really a secret, but I mean, like, people ask me, how do you get all these guests? Well, like you, I found you in that place called, where there's diamonds and golds and diamonds in there, the library.
I'll talk about the library for a minute. Saved my life. I was one of those kids that just never had enough when I was young, and I'm a reader. And I did well in school, and I graduated early, not with my graduating class. I was a year earlier. And I didn't have, I wanted more. And it was the library that kept me occupied in reading in their programs. And when I started my business 15 years ago, I didn't have a dime. I started on a shoestring, and I wasn't working to support the business at the same time. So I couldn't justify turning the heat up in the house during the day when the setback went back to support me in starting my business. So I went and I started my business at the library. And I found out that the reference librarians would also help me with marketing information. So they helped me with doing some work that I had to do myself. But that's what they're there for. They're there to help you gather information so you can reach your goals. So the library I'm very fond of the system and the programs they offer, especially here in New York City. I didn't know until I was invited to speak here in the city that there's over 900 branches in the New York Public Library. I generally speak at about 6 a year.
Mm-hmm. Do you go to different boroughs, Staten Island?
I have been to the Bronx and Manhattan. I have not been invited for Queens. And I haven't been to Staten Island, no. I think they wanted me in Staten Island at one booking, but I couldn't make it that particular time that they offered the booking. So, but I live in the metropolitan area. I'm living in the city now. So generally, within 100 miles, if I'm invited, I'll go.
Well, I don't know if this makes any sense, but in my opinion, I think you need to be in all 900 of them.
Well,
because people need this information. Like you made a statement when we first started. You says, and I don't usually do this, but you said, I have to have you back. Well, guess what? I'm begging you. I don't beg guests because I got so many guests on top of guests on top of guests. I'm begging you. You had to come back.
Anytime.
Yes.
Anytime. I'd love to.
So you need to be in all 900 of these libraries. 900.
900. That would take 3 years every day.
Every year, every day.
Every day, if you 900 libraries.
What if you get hit not? Because I was just thinking it just this thing went through my head because I got this creative imagination. What if I could visit all 900 of these libraries?
Exactly. Could you imagine?
Yeah, you might hit maybe 5 a day. It depends on the area. Like Manhattan, you could do 5 a day. You're just visiting. You're not hanging out in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
That might be a goal. Then I could write a book.
That could be interesting.
900 libraries.
900 libraries in what amount of time?
Yeah. That's the other thing is that creative ideas, the ideas are there. It's right in front of your face. It's right there. And people, they don't see the potential that they could do it. They don't think it will be of value to people. But if someone went to all 900 libraries, I would be interested to hear what they had to say and what they learned.
Without a doubt.
By visiting those 900 libraries?
Well, in New York City, and I don't know how many libraries I've spoken in, but I've been speaking for 10 years. And the libraries have been a big part of that on Long Island and here in the city. At my height, probably 2 years ago, I was speaking in probably 40 to 50 libraries a year.
Wow.
So I was really, really racking up some numbers in my engagements. And they're so different. Each and every library is incredibly different.
Has its own personality?
Absolutely. The first library I spoke, it was St. Mark's Place here in New York City, the first one in New York City that I spoke in.
Where's that located?
It's down in the Village.
Okay.
And I went there, and I had to go down the basement, which was a little scary. And I was in this back room, and 4 people came. Okay. And it was very tiny, and we had the best time. And I love it when it's small sometimes because we can get personal. And people don't mind after a few minutes of just sort of the introductions and me letting them know this is not a judgment session. It's really not, because I will tell you this. More people are unorganized than are organized.
Wow.
So most people have some sort of dilemma or some sort of chaos going on that they just can't manage. I just moved. 2 weeks ago I moved and had to pack it all up and move it all in and unpack it. And right now I have 0 cardboard boxes left. Everything is unpacked. Everything is where it's supposed to be. All of the art is not up yet, but my art doesn't seem to be working in my new environment like it was. So that'll work itself out, but my home is functioning at, I will say, 95%, because there's a few cabinets that are not complete yet, but the items are there where they're supposed to be. They're just not in the order I need them in yet, and it's a matter of time. When I get to that part, I'll do that part, and I devote the time and attention to that part and just keep moving on. So you set your priority and you just go.
Wow, interesting. Another cool place that I really like I don't go there like I should be going there, but I like it. I think there's a valuable place like the library. It's also the YMCA.
You know, I think I've spoken at several YMCAs, but I've
Okay.
never been a member of a
Okay.
Y. So, but their programs are incredible.
Mm-hmm.
They really pay attention to the community. They really do.
Right.
That's important.
Yeah, there are certain organizations that could really help people. You know what? I'm gonna ask you this question. This is one of my
Sure.
favorite signature questions. I'm gonna give Jennifer Ryan $100. Right, $100.
Right.
But I'm gonna put you in a city where you don't know anyone. You can't get on the phone. You can't do a lifeline. Mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, husband. You can't. No lifeline. You have to make it on your own. When I say your own merit, meaning you have to work the city according to your skills, your talents, or
Right.
you got to find a place to live. You got to eat. You got $100. It's not gonna go very far.
Nope.
So what is Jennifer Ryan? She's in this new city. I don't know what city it is. Some city where you don't know anybody. What is Jennifer Ryan gonna do?
Well, I would probably seek out either a municipality authority, or I would seek out a community center, one or the other. That's the first thing I would do, to find out where to start.
Okay.
Where am I going to sleep tonight? How can I sleep tonight
Right.
without being on the street?
But I'll be on the park bench.
Without being, yes, nobody
And a
wants
bottle
to
of
be
wine.
Exactly. Well, that's not a bad idea. No.
Well, they got. I'm talking about 99-cent wine, white rose and night train.
Yeah, that's a big percentage of what you've got in your pocket, right? So, that's where I would begin. That's my first. I would start to get the lay of the land to find out what the rules are, but where to go for assistance. See if somebody had some information to start me that would help me. That would be the first thing I would do. Like the name of your show, I'd look to see what somebody else had in their hand. Here's what I've got. Here's what I need. What can I give back?
Yeah. Now, what do you know about the Chamber of Commerce's?
The Chamber of Commerce is, well, I know very little about them in the city. I know about them out on Long Island, and they would probably be a good resource of information for somebody brand new who didn't know what to do.
Okay. There's another organization that's not too expensive, and I think you can go a few times without paying, and it's not expensive anyway. It's Toastmasters.
I think way back when I was invited to come and speak at a Toastmasters because they wanted me to join the group. And they didn't work for me. They were in the morning at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
That's half a day for me. So I'm already in full swing at 10 a.m. So I think it didn't work out for me time-wise, but many people talk about Toastmasters, that it's an excellent network.
So the thing that we're talking about now is resources. How does resources work in the realm of professional organizing?
Well, what kind of resources? People resources,
Well,
or money resources, or item resources. There's many resources. So, people resources, networking for me was a huge part of my starting my company.
Oh,
Huge.
boy.
Huge. That's what I did. I joined every group that was free.
Is that called social capital?
Oh, yes. And it's equity. It is absolute equity. And what I learned in the beginning was that these groups were not my client. Their clients were my client. It was the referral I was looking for. So the groups, so I learned that quick. And I joined every free group in my town and the 3 towns over. Anything that I was able to join, I joined. And I went to the meetings, and the meetings cost you dinner. You gotta pay for a dinner or whatever, and they get a little bit of buck out of that, and then you pay for your membership or whatnot. And the Smithtown Business and Professional Women's Network, which I ultimately became the president of, 2 terms I did for them. That was so important to my success because I learned from the people who were in business there. And we taught each other many, many things and how to grow our business. and how not to grow our business. We shared the mistakes because there's an awful lot of failure on the way to success.
How much education does someone need to become a professional organizer?
I think you really don't need education. You need the knack and you need the ability and you need a good sense of people to be able to do what I do. I've been doing this, like I said, my company, I hung my shingle out 15 years ago, and I have never turned back. I love what I do, even on the hardest days, and every day is new. Could be the same situation you think, but it's not when you get there. Because most of it, when I introduce myself in a workshop, I say, my name is Jennifer Ryan. My company name is Create New Order. And I do residential, commercial, and between the ears organizing because that's where it starts. Mm-hmm. And that's what it's about. It's about people. Our lives change every few years. Think about it. When something, and I'm not even going to talk about a crisis. Let's talk about having a baby. You have a baby and everything's wonderful, but they come with stuff and you need stuff. So your life changes in that 9 months. Nobody tells you that one of your kitchen cabinets have to be devoted to children now. Nobody ever tells you this. So when people call me and they're in calamity with baby bottles and binkies and all their gear all over the countertops and they have nowhere to put it, it's because nobody told them you've got to empty one of these other ones. This is 7 years worth of stuff that the kid is going to need specific to kids. Mm-hmm. So that's what I do.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. And you say it starts in the mind.
It all starts in the mind. It's something when things are awful. You know, before the show began, we sort of started talking about hoarders. Something's really awful when that occurs. Generally, in a hoarding situation, it is a result of either a major trauma or a series of trauma within a short period of time for someone. There could be a degree of mental illness. There could be a degree of depression. There could be a degree of high anxiety or compulsion. People think about obsessive compulsive people as people who clean all the time. It runs the gamut. There's the ones that clean all the time, and there's the ones that hoard. So it's a really fantastic situation. If you see the inside of hoards, when you see it on television, it's very different when you walk into one that's not on television. Okay. And in fact, it's right now I'm finishing up my book on the story of a hoarder that I worked for. And when I went into that world where she was living, it was fantastic. There were trails that you could clearly follow to see her movements every day. You could see the blockades that kept everyone out of certain rooms for certain reasons. It's just a whole world built by somebody for some reason. Mm. And you discover it, and it's like an archaeological dig in real time. So it's fascinating. It's fascinating what I do.
Have you ever heard of the Collier brothers?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
They live in Harlem.
Yes, they did. And, they were neat hoarders, actually. They tied stuff up and stacked it really well. Most hoarders don't, but they were pretty neat about it. So, they fascinate me.
Is this a bad combination? A hoarder and what do you call these places where they sell things really cheap at? What do you call them?
Dollar stores.
No, not the dollar stores. The
the box stores.
No, the stores where people take things and give them there and they sell them.
Thrift stores.
Thrift shops.
Yes. Well,
is that a bad combination?
Yes. Thrift stores, bulk buying, the box stores. Dollar stores and rummage sales, flea markets, and garage sales or tag sales. It's a problem. It is absolutely a problem. Most people who hoard know that the thing has value. And everything has value. Mm-hmm. I will not dispute that, but it may not have value to you.
Now, back to the box stores, though. If you buy, say, soap powder and you buy it for the year, isn't that good that you don't have to buy it anymore for the rest of the year?
Yeah, but you're putting a lot of money in giving up some real estate that you're paying for in order to have a year's supply worth of soap, when every single day of the year you can buy what you need. I'm not saying don't, waste your money. Don't waste your money. I'm saying be reasonable about what it is you're buying. Now that I'm downsized from my home, used to have a basement, used to have a pantry full of food. Now I have a kitchen. No extra pantry, no extra space. But my lifestyle is also a little different now. But I never did buy paper towels. I don't buy garbage. So I use rags and I wash them. But but I used to have a big giant bag of rags on the back of the basement door. Now I have a dozen rags, because that's the amount of space I can devote to that.
Okay.
So you downsize to what you need. And a dozen rags would be like your worst day of having to clean the entire place. And it's still not a full load of laundry. So you weigh it. I used to buy Tide liquid laundry detergent. It's the only one that didn't irritate the skin of my children.
Okay.
And I would buy it on sale. In the box stores, it was not cheaper than buying it on sale in the supermarket. But it only goes on sale in the supermarket every 9 months at the time, maybe more now. So I would buy 9 months of a supply of it, but I had a basement to keep it in.
Okay.
So that I would have enough so that the next time it was on sale, I'd be able to buy it again. But on the shelf, even if I was down to my last one, nothing else went in the spot where the laundry soap went.
Oh.
It stays empty until it's replenished.
Okay.
It's not available. It's just waiting. And that's a big mistake that many of us make. We see a spot, oh, let's put it there. But that's not what goes there. Unless, of course, the thing that went there no longer applies to us.
Okay.
So that's how you keep it going and keep things under control, is you measure it. You measure what you use, what you don't use, what you have space for, and how long it's going to last. So you measure it out and you organize accordingly.
You heard me talk about the different guests that I've had that I really enjoyed and admired and loved having them as guests. Another one of my favorite guests is I had a minimalist.
Oh, really?
I was I said, no, you got to come back. I had to bring him back again. And he's someone I could have on again and again because he was just such a cool guy.
Right.
And he was a minimalist.
Wow.
What do you know about minimalists?
I live with one. My son is a minimalist.
You kidding me?
I think my son has 3 pairs of pants.
Wow.
I'm giving up stories here. But, oh, yeah, he doesn't like stuff. He can't stand having stuff around. And even the stuff that and he's an artist. He has his paint and he has his supplies, but he doesn't have a gazillion of them. He has what he uses. And when he needs another brush, he'll go get it because he knows he can. So he does not want excess anything. He complained when we moved to the city. He said, "What are you bringing all this stuff for? We don't need all this stuff."
Okay.
And all we were talking about was the furniture. We don't need this stuff. We have this big, great place. What do we need all this stuff for? So yes, I live with one. So it's quite interesting.
How did he get to be that way?
It's his nature. It's absolutely his nature. He, as a baby, if his sister or he got in trouble because of a toy, the toy would be taken for a period of time. He could care less. If you took a toy, put it on top of the refrigerator to punish him, he could care less if that toy never came back to him. Get another toy. He has absolutely no attachment to anything. He just loves to live his life simple.
Are you an early riser?
I am. Yes.
Okay. Because I have a show on Friday, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And we get more fun, more time, because we're pretty much at the end now.
Already?
Already.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was fast.
Yeah. Yeah. Just when you're having fun.
Yes.
Any final thoughts that you would like to share?
Let's see. Think about your thing. Think about what it is you're looking to solve. Think about it. Don't just say, I'm going to go and find, a box to put this in.
Let me have your website.
It's www.createneworder.com.
Createneworder.com. Let me take a station ID.
WHCR 90.3 FM, New York.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Young, my guest today. This is another segment of What's in Your Hand, and my guest today, Jennifer Ryan. And your website is createneworder.com.
That's it.
Really, I had fun today. It was really good, a really learning experience.
Oh, I appreciate this. I really had a good time, and it was great to meet you and be here. And yes, I will come back. Absolutely. And
can we let the cat out the bag? I didn't bring my music. I came unprepared, very unorganized. I was not prepared today. I didn't have my Curtis Mayfield, What's in Your Hand. My Curtis Mayfield, Moving On Up. I didn't have my What's in Your Hand, Adam Clayton Powell. I had to use it from the computer, so I got busted.
Next time
I'll be more organized, yes. And I didn't bring my CDs to record the show.
There you go. So then you have to have me back so we can record it.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
So
thank you.
Again, any thoughts that you might want to share, anything that we didn't talk about that you...
Don't be so hard on yourself. People beat themselves up and they are so ashamed of this problem they have. So my advice to most people is hang a hook on the wall and take yourself off of it. It's really easier than you think. And more people know what you're going through than you think.
When do you know you need to get help?
Well, if your house hurts you, that's a bad sign.
What do you mean hurt you?
Like you have obstacle courses to run through and you're tripping over things. It's a bad sign. But when you need help, when you just can't figure it out, and you have all the equipment and it still doesn't work, make a phone call. Because sometimes you might have some good ideas, but the solution is not that far from where you are. And it could be very simple. I go into houses very often that people are like, what do I do? What do I do? And they have bad furniture. If they get the right furniture, their problems are solved and life is easier.
Yeah. Have you written a book yet?
I'm working on it. It's almost finished and I'm ready to market it. And
so you got two more reasons to come.
Yes.
You got to come anyway, and you got to come when the book comes out.
Yes. And you know what? You just gave me an idea. Wouldn't it be fun to have the minimalist and me here? Just an idea.
Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. You don't know. You don't know who you're talking to now. You don't know.
That could be a very interesting show.
Yeah.
It could be very interesting.
I want to reach out to him and let him know maybe today.
You never know.
Today.
You never know.
Yeah. That would be an interesting show. Right. But we got to do it on a Friday, though, so we got more time.
So we have really
get into it.
I agree.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here every Friday from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. What's in Your Hand? And I'm here every Sunday from 2 to 3. But we have to end it a little early. Get ready for the next show. And, What's in Your Hand? I used to be Sunday morning from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. And, I made a decision to move to the afternoon. And I kind of miss my mornings, my Sunday mornings.
I bet.
Sometimes it's not easy to get up that early. I used to do it.
Right.
Because, this is a passion. So I would get up no matter what.
Right.
But I miss those mornings, those Sunday mornings. Because when you come on the campus, it's like, it's quiet. It's like very serene on the campus.
Right.
So I miss those Sunday mornings. But some of my California guests, they're really happy that I moved to the afternoon.
Ah, yes. Yes.
But because they have to get up 4 a.m. to do the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get to sleep in.
Yeah. But listen, my thing is do what you got to do to make it happen. If you want to make a difference in people's lives, I think sometimes when people come on the show because they want to just sell a book, and I think it's more important to want to make a difference and help people. I think that's more important, and I think from that you will eventually sell more books. It's not about selling. I'm coming on. I've called people up and they said, I'm not doing that anymore. Or they said, what do they say? I'm not working on that anymore. Or I'll wait till I have my book out.
I have to be honest with you. I think that the reason my book is not out is because I'm busy with people.
Yeah.
And that's really the part that I love the most. I love to write, but really being with people and helping people is more important to me.
I don't want you to come on the show to, not you, but just in general, to sell a book. I want you to come on because you want to truly, authentically care about people and want to help people.
Right.
That's the reason why I'm here.
Right. And that's important because you know what? When push comes to shove, that's why we do what we do.
Okay, we're going to push and shove our way on out of here. And I love this show today. This is one of my favorites.
Oh, I'm glad.
You know, like I got about maybe about 200 favorite guests. Maybe more.
The top 200?
Yeah. I mean, maybe more. Maybe like 500. I don't know. It's a lot because everybody. I got this young lady. She's a millennial, very young, very intelligent, very sharp. She says she has a cell phone 212 number. I said, "How did you get a cell phone number 212?" She said, "I asked for it." I'm like, "Wow."
Yes.
Bingo.
What's the worst thing that happens when you ask for something? You got to know.
Yeah.
That's the worst thing that'll happen. So you got to ask.
She got it.
Excellent.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I kind of like feel like locking that door and just stay here for another hour or two. I could just do that. But anyway.
Me too.
I will see you on Friday. I got another one of my favorite guests on Friday. He's going to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Really good Friday. Life changing, life transformational.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm not telling who he is. But I'll see you Friday. God willing, I will be here Friday. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's in your hand? That's it. Use what's in your hand. That's it. All right.
WHCR 90.3 FM, New York.
New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, are you ready? The New York Empowerment Summit 2015, presented by Glory of God Christian Center, is here at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden at the Theater. Labor Day weekend, Saturday, September the 5th and Sunday, September the 6th. Guest speakers, Dr. Roderick Caesar, Dr. Jasmine Scolar, Bishop Tudor Bismarck, Reverend Margaret Elaine Flakes, with more to be added. Artists appearing, Ty Tribbett, Dorinda Clark Cole, Tasha Cobb, Bishop Hezekiah Walker, Pastor Shirley Caesar, Pastor Marvin Sapp, CeCe Winans, Whcr, Kevin Downswell, Marva Providence, Martha Munizzi, Wes Morgan, and more. You can purchase your pre-sale discount tickets at Ticketmaster.com or at Madison Square Garden box office number 866-858-0008. Information on Saturday, September the 5th's conferences and workshop facilitators. You can call NewYorkEmpowermentSummit.com at 877-354-9036. This is Dalton Anderson, your MC for the New York Empowerment Summit 2015 at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden.
WHCR 90.3 FM will broadcast live from Harlem Week 2015. On Saturday, August 15th, from 12 noon to 5 p.m., we will broadcast in front of Gallery M, located at 123 West 135th Street, between Lenox Avenue and Adam Clayton Powell Jr. Boulevard. Your favorite DJs will spin the latest tunes. Come meet them and your favorite talk show host. On Sunday, August 16th, from 12 noon to 5 p.m., we will broadcast in front of the Harlem Hospital Center, located at 135th Street at the corner of Lenox Avenue. The host of Health in Harlem, Maurice Selby and Sean Shivers, will take their show to the streets of Harlem. They will talk to doctors from Harlem Hospital Center about health issues that affect our community. That's WHCR 90.3 FM's live broadcast during Harlem Week 2015, Saturday, August 15th and Sunday, August 16th.
CR 90.3 FM, New York.
It's the Manager's Mix. Sit back, relax, and enjoy my favorite tunes on WHCR 90.3 FM, New York.